Hey everybody, and good Wednesday morning. It's 21 News Chief Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm here. Yes, I'm on vacation, but I decided today would be a day I need to be a little bit more on the grid, if you will. Today we have the threat for showers and thunderstorms on a couple of occasions today. Kind of a complicated severe weather threat today. It's not a slam dunk that this is any sort of significant severe weather day, but I don't want to rule that out at this point either. As of just before 8 a.m. this morning, let's take a look at the regional radar first. We have a mondo band of thunderstorms with a big lightning show that came off of Lake Erie and moved through Erie, PA. It's moving through Crawford County, PA, and this is going to try to graze parts of Mercer County. We also have a separate little band of showers and storms on the east side of Cleveland, heading down into parts of Geauga and even into Portage counties. This is non-severe, but it does have a decent amount of lightning with it. I did want to bring up the dew points and the temperatures this morning. First of all, the temperatures, because it's a warm morning. And temperatures did not drop much last night. We're talking temperatures at 8 a.m. in the lower 70s, and going along with that, yeah, it's pretty muggy. Dew points this morning are mostly in the middle and upper 50s, so it definitely feels like a summer morning across the region. Closer look at the regional radar. This is our next band that may impact a good chunk of our area. Is this little band coming out of Geauga County, clipping parts of northern Portage County, and probably will graze Trumbull County here. Again, nothing severe, but you might get some lightning and thunder out of this. This big lightning producer out towards Meadville in Crawford County and heading up into Erie County, PA, is largely going to be a miss for our TV viewing area. Maybe northeastern Mercer gets grazed by this a little bit, but for the most part, this main kind of cluster of mean-looking storms will be heading like this towards Oil City, Franklin, Clarion, Du Bois along I-80 to the east of I-79. All right, so the rest of today. First of all, we have a fairly cloudy sky across our region this morning with some intervals of sun here and there. Oftentimes when we have the potential for severe weather, you hear me talk about in the morning the amount of sunshine being a big factor as to how rough things may get later in the day. And if you're not a fan of severe weather, most of us, of course, are not, you're going to root for some clouds this morning for sure. As of 8 o'clock this morning, the Storm Prediction Center, part of the National Weather Service, does have our region outlined in what we call the slight risk of severe weather, the yellow area. That's basically a 2 on a 1 to 5 scale. An enhanced risk, a 3 out of 5, is out to our east of I-79 across central PA from State College and Williamsport and Altoona on east towards Philadelphia and even getting up towards New York City as well. That appears to be where the greatest risk for severe weather overall is today. When you break this down by category, the SPC does have eastern Ohio, western PA outlined in a 2% risk of a tornado within 25 miles of any location today. The wind risk, damaging wind risk, is about 15%. So in other words, a 15% chance that within 25 miles of any location, there's a damaging wind gust. Same idea with the hail. It's a 15% contour. Now, what about the modeling? It's interesting, the last few runs of our real high-res modeling. This is like having a camera with a lot of megapixels on it. It can see finer detail. Doesn't mean it's going to be right, but it is a powerful tool in our meteorologist tool belt, if you will. The last few runs of this high-res modeling is kind of poo-pooing the severe chances today. This is one of our models, the NAM. It's a few hours behind on that northwest PA cluster. It has it coming through at 10 o'clock this morning. Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's already rolling through. So already the NAM's not doing great. But we'll look at it this afternoon, and it shows a belt of scattered showers and storms mostly south of Route 30. As we get into the late afternoon, early evening today, that doesn't look like much at all. Here's the high-resolution rapid refresh model. This is our kind of best model sometimes in these convective situations, in these thunderstorm situations. It's updated once an hour, taking into account the latest observations, including the latest radar. Again, it doesn't mean it's going to be right necessarily, but it's one of those tools that we do use, and it has very little this afternoon. Taken literally, I mean a couple of showers. That is it. It doesn't really blow things up until this evening down towards Interstate 70, Dayton to Columbus to Zanesville. So that's been the trend over the last several runs of our high-res modeling. What's the truth? Well, I kind of suspect we have to keep a real close eye on what the atmosphere does over the next couple of hours. Do we get appreciable amounts of sunshine or not? If we do, with the warm, humid air mass in place and a weak cold front sliding in, that's a pretty good recipe for some thunderstorms, despite what the modeling is currently showing. If the clouds hang around and the models continue to kind of insist that this is almost a non-event for our region, then maybe our thinking will evolve. Right now, I'm kind of in a holding pattern as far as my thoughts. I think it's a day to stay weather aware. It's a day to check back often on social media, not only myself, but Andrew and Emily and the rest of our staff as well. And we'll get you through the day. Right now, again, it's kind of up in the air as to whether this is any sort of significant severe weather day. But if you have outdoor plans today, if you work outside, at the very least, it might rain a little bit in your location. And so that may be important to you. So check back often with our thoughts. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Happy June, everyone. Again, I'm on vacation this week, so you won't see me on 21 News at 6 and 11. But I'll have a few more thoughts on social media throughout the course of this Wednesday.